Hello guys, so it's one of those payout days and I'll be walking you through that process on my FundedNext dashboard. So I have about 2,400 here on this account number, which is basically my $70,000 account that was scaled up from $50,000 sometime last year. In my most recent video, I did for you a breakdown on how I made about $4,000 in that day. But because of some drawdown, I was only able to return about 2,600. My exact profit was about 26.91. Then I'm getting a 90% split because, again, that's the benefit that comes once your account is scaled up. So I'm expecting to get about 24.21, which you can see is the same thing that reflects here. So coming on to my dashboard, under the payout section, you want to come and click here to request. I've already done a couple of videos to take you through the payout process. The first payout video, which is about 10 months ago, I showed you how to withdraw from FundedNext using direct crypto, that is from FundedNext to Binance, for example. I did another video about 4 months ago, which shows you how to withdraw now from FundedNext to your Rise wallet. When I transfer directly from FundedNext to my Binance wallet versus when I transfer to Rise first, and then Rise to Binance, I noticed there's a huge difference in the transaction fee. So I did my math, and from this payout, I could have saved close to $500 or $600 transaction fee had I not been doing direct crypto. So I've made a decision that I'll try my best to be withdrawing from FundedNext to Rise, then from Rise is when I'll send it to crypto. And maybe today I'll try to compare and see whether the transaction cost will also be lower, like what I had last time. If you don't have a Rise account, make sure to watch the previous videos to understand the process. So you come and click on the payout request, go further and select the available amount there. To the next page. So under the payout method, I'll select Rise. For Rise, you have to input your email address that you've used to open your Rise account. So if it's your first time, you'll have to input your email address that you've used to create your Rise account. But because I've already used it, my email automatically is placed there. So you'll go further and submit OTP sent to your email, go and copy paste it here. And just like that, our payout request is successful. So it's pending at the moment. I'm going to give it some time to see how long this will take to reflect in my Rise. And then from my Rise, I still need to transfer it to my crypto wallet. So I'll keep you guys posted. Hello guys, so the payout has taken about 2 hours 15 minutes to reflect on my Rise wallet. So you can see here it is disbursed. So that was 2,422, and on my email from Rise I've received 23.50. So I think I've lost about $72 to the transaction fee. Here's another email from FundedNext just to confirm that the payout has been disbursed. Now when I come to my Rise dashboard, you can see the same thing here. So the next step is simply to withdraw the funds from Rise to either your bank or your crypto wallet. For me, I still prefer using crypto. So you'll come to the left side, go to the withdraw. I'll choose Binance because I've already added my wallet here before. Here's the amount withdraw. You can just select the max. So that is 23.50. Then when you scroll downwards, again, because I've used the platform before, I still have my details here. So I won't have to fill in the details afresh. But if it's your first time, again, watch the recent video where I showed the whole detailed process of adding your wallet to your Rise dashboard. I simply come here and I confirm. Then you have to fill the security key password, which is basically your password to log into the Rise dashboard. So for me, it's saved on my browser. So I'll just fill it automatically. Then we connect, it's showing processing. Just like that, the withdrawal has been sent. So now when you go back to the account activity, you can see that the transaction is being processed. We'll just give it some time and see when it will reflect on my Binance wallet. Hello guys, so it's a few hours later and the payout has reflected. So the amount that reflected was 23.47 USD. And I'll just go further to refresh my email so that you can confirm the same thing. FundedNext has also sent me my certificate, which is here. So if I click, you can see this is the $2,422 payout completed. So now I want us to calculate the time it's taken for this payout to reflect on my side. We'll start with the FundedNext dashboard where we see that after requesting this amount here, it took 2 hours 50 minutes before it was disbursed to my Rise wallet. Then from Rise, because I was somehow busy during the day, I came back later in the evening, and that's when I was able to request for that payout. So I requested it from Rise to Binance at about 6:50 p.m. and I received the deposit email at about 9:27 p.m. So from 6:50 p.m. to receiving this email at about 9:27 p.m. as you can see. That's about 2 hours 27 minutes. So you add that up, the 2 hours 27 minutes plus the 2 hours 50 minutes from FundedNext brings about 5 hours and 17 minutes. So basically it took less than 5.5 hours for me to get this payout, and I think this is the fastest I've ever got a payout with FundedNext. Last time I withdrew using Rise, it took I think about another 9 to 10 hours if I'm not wrong, which is this transaction here. Whenever I've been using crypto, it's been taking an average of about 10-11 hours as well. So this is the fastest I've received my payout using my Rise. And the total transaction cost, as we've seen, I received 23.47 from 24.22. So you minus that, and my transaction fee is about $75 for the whole payout. So if you were to take the 75 transaction fee from the initial amount that you're supposed to receive, it means the transaction fee was about 3%. So I don't think 3% transaction fee is very bad, considering whenever I was using Binance, I was getting, I don't know, almost double this percentage for the transaction. And by Binance, I mean whenever I was withdrawing directly from FundedNext to Binance. But this time, I've still used Binance, but indirectly. So I've withdrawn to Rise first, then from Rise to my Binance wallet. Now let's go to my Binance wallet. As you can see here, I have about 27.69. This is because I had some funds initially in my Binance wallet, but if I can take you to my history. So once you go to our history, I'll go to my deposit history. So you can confirm it's the same amount, 23.47 USD. Let's go further and withdraw it from our Binance wallet. First, we'll go under the assets bottom right, then we'll click on transfer. We want to transfer the funds from the spot wallet to the funding wallet. So I'll just transfer max all of it. I think our transfer is successful. So again, we click on trade at the bottom, click on P2P top right, then we click on sell because we want to sell our coins. Now here you find different traders that you can sell to your coins and convert it to your local currency. So for me, again, I prefer converting it using M-Pesa because it's very direct. So the amount I should receive is anywhere close to 300,000 in my local currency. So I have to find one agent that allows that limit and accepts M-Pesa. So you can see the one at the top is not having the payment method that I want. I think finally I found someone here. I'm going to click on sell. So after clicking on sell, I want to convert the specific payout amount from FundedNext, which is 23.47. And you can see this is the expected amount that we should receive. The payment time should be about 15 minutes maximum. So you just click on place order. You want to confirm you've input the right payment details. If you don't want to use M-Pesa, you can click there and input your bank details. It will bring you a page where you can add different payment methods that you prefer. But for me, I'm okay with M-Pesa, so we go ahead and replace our order. Let's see how long it will take for us to receive the funds in my local mobile money wallet. So it's a few minutes later and I've just received the notification that the payment has been sent. So again, you can see you're supposed to receive 301,700. If I scroll on my phone, I think this guy has sent the payment twice. So he first sent the 250, and then he sent the 51,700, which adds up to the same amount. So that's it. I've taken you through the process of doing a payout from FundedNext live. And this is not the first time I'm doing it. I think this is probably the third live payout that I'm doing on my YouTube. Hope you guys get some inspiration. I just do this to show you that it's actually possible for you to trade consistently. Despite having some bad months, despite having some slow months, as long as you're consistent and you're following your system, it's inevitable that you can actually make a living from trading. I'm also very glad because I've never had an issue with FundedNext. Literally, I've been receiving consistent payouts for months after months right now, and I've been documenting all my journey publicly. So if you want to get your account with FundedNext, feel free to check out the link in my description. So if you purchase your account directly using my link, you'll get a 110% refund. And many of you have been asking me, what does it mean to get a 110% refund? It's simple. So previously, most pro firms used to do discounts, but FundedNext has not been having discounts. So initially, let's say you wanted to buy an account worth $1,000, you would probably get a 10% discount. So out of $1,000, you'd get a $100 discount. But at the moment, instead of discount, they're now giving you the same $100, but when you get the refund. So normally once you pass your prop firm, so if it's a 200K and you spend $1,000, once you pass your prop firm, you usually get your fees refunded. So instead of just getting the $1,000 refunded, you'll get the $1,000 plus an extra 10%. So that's what it means to get a 110% refund. So use my link in the video description to purchase your account in FundedNext. Of course, if it suits your trading style, always make sure you've gone through the trading rules first. They have a very detailed FAQ section here where you get a chance to read through every rule in detail, regardless of the account type that you want to take. And hopefully when you pass, you can also do consistent payouts like myself. So that's it for this video, guys. Until next time, peace out.